Welcome back, guys. We are jumping into our next conversation this morning. And as we mentioned, it's all about Quick Pass. Have you tried Quick Pass? I'll tell you, it was just over the weekend, Desani, that I downloaded Quick Pass for the first time when I attended a comedy show here in Belize City. And I have to say that it was one of those seamless processes provided because of this app where I didn't have to wait in a line to ensure that I got the right ticket. I simply used the barcode that was provided by the app on my phone. And I immediately sat in my chair and I was ready to start the show. But this morning we are joined by two representatives to talk to us about the app Quick Pass. We have here with us Delroy Fairweather, and he is the PR and Event Operations Director. And he's also joined by Louis Aguilar Jr., and he is a Digital Media and Marketing Director. Guys, good morning.
Hey,
and welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Talk to us about Quick Pass.
Yeah.
How did this concept come to be, and how convenient is it in terms of the business that you guys are doing?
Well, guys, morning, and thanks for having us. Quick Pass, I came about starting to use Quick Pass earlier part of this year. You know, of course, with for the sporting events. I had heard about it for some time before that. I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I really want to mess with it, because we were into the traditional way of selling tickets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I start the conversation with Louis, kind of laid out the plan, what we wanted, because we wanted to find an easier solution to have people engage in the event. The very tricky part about it was to actually tailor the arena to accommodate seat numbers while integrating with the app. Now, you know, that was a very, very difficult thing to have done. But you know, these guys from Quick Pass, I spoke to Louis, and you know, along with his team, they managed to sit down, figure it out. And then we started an initial test run on it, you know, understanding the whole technological side of it and what it needed to have done in terms of collecting, you know, issuing tickets, having persons available to, when you enter the event, to scan. And I'll tell you, the first event that we had kind of went a little bit, didn't go as planned. But of course, with anything, you know, anything new that you're introducing, you would have had a little issue. You know, we underestimated what needed to have been done, and we made corrections after that. And from then on, you know, this app has taken off. We have people registered on the app. We have people using the app, and a lot of people enjoy the convenience of not having to go to a ticket booth, like Sabrina says, getting that ticket directly to your phone. Also getting that ticket emailed to you, you know, and we're constantly progressing with the app, you know, just continue on and on. One of the big events that we utilized this app for was the Belize Music Fest. Worked well. We had little glitch, little issues in terms of the internet provider, because that's one of the key factors to it. But you know, we quickly sprung into action and had a plan B, and it worked out well.
So this is a platform that not only allows you to purchase tickets and have it accessible when you are entering an event via a barcode, but you can also check and see what other events are you know, coming up and whatnot, and you can purchase your ticket there. It has information on it and whatnot. What was the concept behind putting an app like this together, Delroy, where access to entertainment and activities is concerned?
Just like we had the earlier conversation with, you know, automation and all that, you know, I think we're at the point now where a lot of us travel. We're not reinventing the wheel. This is something unique, not unique to Belize, but we could say it's unique to us. Because a lot of people who do travel goes to concerts and stuff like that. Like you have some people go over to the neighboring Merida, Chetamal, they go to concerts. This is a platform that is being used, you know, the QR, and it's actually a QR code, and the QR code is by far much more versatile than the barcode. And so what these guys did, yeah, like I said, I know Louis could pretty much chime in at any time. What these guys did were to look at what's happening out there, and then we made it homegrown. So, you know, one of the things is that most people I would almost want to say 75% of the day you either have your phones in your hand, you're on your phone. So what more convenient to have this app with all these events so that it can give you an idea, okay, you know what, I would want to attend this function this weekend. The function is already on the app. It works with your local debit, credit card, digital wallet, you know, and basically there's even an option, because we even try to encourage like people who are adamant about downloading the app. We said, look, if you want to attend a function and you don't want to go through all that, you could still deposit the monies to the organizer and they will send the ticket to you. And it works pretty well.
Yeah. Let's get Louis in the conversation. You were a part of the team that built this application. What was that process like?
So, to start with, we started this before COVID. But then COVID came, events halted, and well, we stopped development. Then we actually got into streaming, a streaming platform. Not sure if you heard about Sector 9 streaming.
Okay.
All right, we did that, and we started the live parties in Belize, the live virtual parties, I mean. Then, well, again, COVID came to an end. We stopped that. Then we continued with this. We actually do events, so we understand how events work, the logistics behind it, the marketing, the push you need. And we understand that Belize doesn't have a platform with data points. And data is everything. Data is gold. So, yeah, so we wanted to build a platform that can give you that analytics. Every platform we use is US based, not like Belizean based, I guess. So we want to know, like, if you sell tickets countrywide, right? We want to know why tickets aren't selling in NERT, why tickets aren't selling in South, and why General is selling the most. So we can use this data and actually leverage and use it. Okay, we need to push more marketing to the NERT side of Belize. We know why the NERT won't sell to the next event. So next event, we will push more NERT, then come down South.
Oh.
So things, the analytics behind it, it's very powerful, and I think organizers should jump on this.
That's
interesting,
really interesting
because, as you rightly mentioned, I mean, having data at your fingertips, you're able to do anything with that, because it gives you real-time information as to how people behave in terms of how they spend, how they think, where they're located, and what have you, and you could target your marketing specific to those types of needs.
And I would want to go as far and to say that, like for example, with Facebook, Facebook started off as just a regular social media platform, people posting information. Now look at Facebook, you know, that's been used worldwide to do advertisement, you know, and then from there they moved into the Instagram. You know, it's a whole host of things that could be done with this app. And again, like I said, like for example, last night if guys you're looking, there's a old school 80s dance. That's a fundraiser for Miss Andrea Ely, who was diagnosed with cancer. You know, I reached out to her and I said, you know what, we'll assist you. This makes the process easier for her, because imagine having to trying to figure out, you know, getting these tickets out to people. Having this electronic platform now, it makes it a lot easier, because now it's basically getting the tickets and forwarding this electronically to people via email, through the app, etc. You know, and like Louis said, there's a host of information that you could pull from this. Like you could set targets in there. Let's say, so your event, you would want to have maybe 300 people in that. This actually can manage that for you. After the 300 tickets are sold, it's locked off. You know, there's other things that you could do too, because maybe people would want to donate to. They would probably like say, I would buy a ticket, I'm not coming, but I'm just donating to assist. You know, all that we were talking about. I see there's a host of other features that's in there that you could gain points from different purchases.
I was just looking at that just now, points. So I saw on the screen that there are several businesses and even organizations that you can follow. I saw BCCI as one of them. Is this an app that is catered solely to events that will be taking place, or is it also just information sharing?
Well, again, like I said, you know, it's a developing app. It has, and basically, I know one of the things that Louis had mentioned that you know, once we build this platform, right now we have just around 2,700 persons on the app. We would want to build this with a volume of users, and then start doing promotion, advertisements, and stuff like that. So you know, it's basically anyone who would want to engage us with this app, and we are pretty much there to explain how it
What
works.
What has the traction been like so far? You've mentioned you have 2,700 plus on it so far, but in terms of general interest, what has that been like?
So being that I am kind of the person who has to, in most cases deal with, it's a mixed feeling, because you do have people who, man, I don't want this app on my phone, I don't want the next app on my phone, but gentle persuasion, and I wouldn't want to use, I always tell people, like, I remember when we were doing our early functions, Mr. Finnegan used to come to all the games. And the first time I told him about it, well, he was basically, I'm not interested in no app, this, that.
I just want a physical ticket.
First week he got on that app, every week, brother, fair with I wait for my ticket, and he was sold, you know.
Wow.
So basically, there's a general fear, because I think people figure because it's Belizean, it's not good. And I told him, I said, look, you trust Amazon, eBay, all these multinational companies with your information. Here in Belize, at least you know who you could speak with. And I'll let Louis tell you the protection mechanism that they have in this whole app, because trust me, it's not just about just selling tickets, it's also about protecting your information.
So security is our top priority. So we use industry standards. We don't use only like the Belizean standards. Every 3 months we get stress tested by this security firm in the US, Security Metrics, and they stress test the entire system, not just with the payment, but with the user data, with everything. So we don't compromise security. We take that very serious, so people can actually feel safe and trust the platform itself, that they can make payments towards it. They can trust, like, let's say we work hand in hand also with the Belize Police Department. So let's say stolen cards or some fraud happen, we can actually work with them, along them, and find the persons responsible for it, so people can feel safe that their data is well protected here.
It's an added layer of security or that confidence.
So I'm on the app right now, and one of the things I want to ask about is Scratch. What is Scratch? And I intentionally didn't scratch it as yet, because I wanted to scratch it on camera. But what is this?
Okay, with Scratch, you actually gain some points.
Okay.
You could gain points, so you could actually literally scratch. Yep, scratch it fully.
So actually we
10 points.
Launch this fun on this show. So the whole point about Scratch is we want to get people to sign up now, and if you can win actual points, you can win actual value tickets, and also
tickets.
But we can actually give away tickets, and right now we have tickets on it. So if you scratch and win a ticket to this certain event, then you can
now,
go to the event.
I have to shamelessly ask for our own personal reasons, but can Channel 5 join this? Because we have events like KTV, for instance, that sell tickets. Can we be a part of something like this? Even Gimme 5 that's coming up, we sell tickets, and we actually sell a lot of tickets because they're only 25 cents.
It can work. It's just a matter of sitting with us and just explaining to us what you want, and then we could tailor it.
Okay.
One of the things, again, like for the comedy show that we did, we did some pre-printed tickets, because we're advertising paperless, but it will take a while before people fully grasp it.
You still have traditionalists who believe in the physical
So what we did pre-printed tickets for the persons who want to go conventional. The security part of it is that ticket will be scanned in at the door, and once that ticket has been scanned in once, it cannot be redeemed again. So pointless you share that ticket, and there's different layers of warnings per se to say that once you have your ticket, protect your QR code, because if you give it out to someone else, definitely, and it's been redeemed, it doesn't matter if it's a paper ticket and that QR code gets redeemed, that's it. You cannot use it again. So what we did was to have those tickets available for persons who wanted to go the conventional way, and then when they came, those tickets are scanned, you're given a band, and that's it. For other events, like I said, we would encourage people to register on the app, and it takes literally like not even 5 minutes to register. And it's not asking you for your passport information, your social security. It's just simple, your name, email address, telephone number, and then you would just allow the app to send you notification, because there's always notification coming through the app. And for events, like I said, like those, we would definitely could work with you guys to tailor it to however you'd want.
I think one of the best features about this app is the opportunity of analytics for persons who would like to promote an event, a recurring event at that, where you want to see how you can improve on that. And perhaps that's something that persons who might be interested in putting their event or their company on this app can remember. There's data behind it where you can understand where you need to work on to promote your event. And you're a promoter, so you understand the backing behind this that takes place. Before an app like this, Delroy, how does promoting an event or what's the data collection like for you?
There's next to zero because, and again, you know, we have to involve the tax department because, of course, they're looking at what is happening. It makes life much easier for them too because then it's fully integrated on the app. You get your printout and you can turn that over rather than having to go through that tedious process of getting tickets and counting. Like an example, you are all the way in Punta Gorda and you want a ticket, you want to purchase a ticket for a show here in Belize. You go through the app. It comes to you real time, or it's transferred to you. You know, so basically, what that does now, that doesn't take away from your time around your desk doing your work. You could continue browse on Facebook if you want to.
And let's be honest, the average person, we don't even carry cash like that anymore, you know? We are literally going cashless. So this benefits even us who would like to make a purchase at work, at your desk, or at home, and just simply, I guess, avoid the whole travel.
And to add to what we do, so, you know, of course, they gave me the title PR and the events coordinator, but that's kind of like what I do. We also offer the management of the event, meaning like when it comes to the door and people entering. So we have a full team. And again, like I said, if you had seen, well, the SoCan Culture Fest, you know, we had persons dressed with reflective vests, you know, so that people could identify. We streamline the lanes. And that's one of the other things because, again, that's where the education comes in. Like sometimes people figure that if 50 people assemble at once, no, if you take your time and go in a line, everyone could go in. You know, and that's what we also offer. So we have those streamlined, you know, we put a lot of emphasis into the events to make sure it's success.
Events coordination is one of those areas where we need more people to learn and understand how that works. Because it's one thing to sell a ticket. When you get to the venue, it's another thing to manage the flow of people to get them to where they're seated or where the VIP or the ultra VIP is and what have you. And if you don't have people who understand the dynamics of that.
And that's where signage come in, and you know, Lois constantly shares information. You know, we travel, you know, and whenever we travel and we go to an event, we try to bring that back because again, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You know, like we went to a comedy show in the US, maybe 10,000 persons, and there were like maybe only 3 doors. And that works seamless because why? You know, there's a coordination, you know, there's a doors, you know, there's persons in place. And that's where, you know, the idea again came up with this because it makes it a lot quicker. But, you know, and we recently worked along with the Volleyball Association. They did, and they could tell you it was a success for them. You know, they had 0 issues in terms of people have to worry about their tickets. People have to worry. You know, we had maybe I think 8 or 10 people that were scanning. People are like, "Oh, this is it? Yes, just scan your ticket and walk in." I was like, people are like, "Man, thumbs up," you know.
Ease of access.
Well, guys, congratulations to you. This is really, really great. I know that, and you mentioned this already, Delroy. This isn't reinventing the wheel. It's being done across the world. Of course, there are some kinks that you might encounter. I believe it was just a few months ago where there were some concerns at a Bruno Mars concert because they were using something similar to this. So even big events have challenges, but it's continuing to use it is how you'll find out ways that you can iron out those kinks as well. As we wrap up this segment, do you have any final words you'd like to share?
Give me Bali the final words.
Well, I just want to encourage event organizer, promoters to actually jump in and use the app. And actually, there's no setup fee. It's you just contact us and we'll set you up instant. And it takes about 5 minutes the most to set up an organizer. So we just want to encourage them to try the app, to jump in and actually go digital, because I mean, we have to put one step forward for Belize to go to the digital era.
Yeah. And I want to say that if you ever get on the app and you have questions, if you're confused about anything, if you go to the information section, you hit WhatsApp, it transfers you directly to a number on the app or from the app to speak to and ask questions about it. I just saw that there. That's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, great job. And we hope to hear more coming out of Quick Pass. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
We're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we wrap things up.